Everybody, this is MC coming to you from MC Trading, and today we are going to cover fib levels again. This time I went back to the old trusty Trading View platform. I wanted to remove all the indicators and show you that all you need is fibs. You don't need everything else. I do use EMA clouds and VWAP to help to confirm trades for me when I take them, but I just want to show you that we don't have to have that. We can trade straight fibs and show you how I traded Monday and how I traded Thursday and Friday. And we're going to walk through it. Actually, it was Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Sorry about that. We didn't take any SPY trades on Thursday. It actually gave us some pretty good opportunities we could have played, but I was focused on other things, so let's jump right into it. Oh, first of all, yes, everybody, please like and subscribe if you like this video. Share it to your friends. Hopefully, you get something out of this. So let's start. So we're going to go into Monday morning. You look, we were trending down, and then what happens at open? We start an uptrend, right? So we're going to draw our fib levels from this bottom level here to this top because we're in an uptrend. What you're going to notice though is the uptrend keeps running. So what do? Do we leave this at the orb level, or do we move it up? I move it up. I'm trying to get the best entry I can get possible, so I move it up with the trend. You see we come back down to the 382 level. Almost touched the 0.5 level right there, but we don't. Next candle, look what happens. We break down. We go below the 618 level, below the 0.5 level. Immediately bounce up, and then we get this long upper wick here, right? Go up. So what happened here is I took this trade on this candle at the 0.5 level. What I was looking for is when we came down, you see we had this big bearish candle here, right? Then we had an indecision candle. Follow that up, we're getting a push down, but then notice what happens here in this long lower wick. Buyer stepped in at that 618 level. So in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, we have support here. So on this next one, when it breaks the 0.5 level, I'm in it. We go up, we come back some, then we bounce and we bounce. Since I took it to the 0.5 level, I start scaling profits here. So I take a third out on the 0.382 level. I take another third out on the 0.236 level. Now all I have is runners, right? So I'm setting a stop loss up in this level now. Because once we get above this zero, in my mind, I don't think that we're going much further. Sometimes it does continue to run. That's why I set a trailing stop loss here. I think I set it at like 20 cents off. So it gives me just a little bit of room. You know how volatile SPY can be. So that 20 can hit pretty easy. If you're feeling comfortable, you can set that stop loss at maybe a 50 cents below and let it keep running up. Personally, I like to keep it a little tighter. I'll exit my trade sooner. I'm okay with that. I like to secure that extra 30% profit. So come back. I'm stopped out at this point. Had a good day, made good money. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this fib up, because remember we were running with the trend. So now that we've come back off this top, I want to move it back up with it. Come back down to 236, we bounce. Pretty bearish candle coming through it. Look at this big candle. Really big, strong green. Pop back down and back up, back down, back down. So right now I'm not in a trade. We never came back down to this 0.5 level. I'm still sitting here watching. Comes back down to this 382 level. Still not in a trade yet. Popping back up. Now you get the flush down to the 0.5 level. So like I said a minute ago, we have this big bearish candle. So I'm waiting to make sure that we have support set up here before I enter a trade. Pops back up, comes down, then goes back up. So right here, when it crosses this 0.50, I'm entering again. I'm doing zero days expiration trade. So I'm looking at a 410, 411 call at this point because we're at the 411 mark. Probably would go with the 410 because we're getting later in the day. Comes back down and then stopped out here. But wait, watch what you see here in just a second. Goes below the 786. Then but we come back above it. Look at these candles here. Look at these long lower wicks. So this is telling me that buyers are stepping in here at this 786 level. So I'm liking that. Same thing again, look, bounce, bounce. Now we cross the 618 level. If you want to feel safe, you can enter trades here, or you could have entered anywhere at this point. Our stop would have been the next field below. Always when I enter, I have adjusted this week because I let some runners go a little too far. So I am playing, if I enter on the 0.5, my stop's going to be at the 0.618. If I enter at the 618, it's going to be the 786. If I enter off the 786, it's going to be the 1. It's just a little safer way to play it. Still hadn't hit the stop. We're still getting the long lower wicks. It's bouncing. It's all over the place. And look what we get. We get this huge candle here. At this point, if you took it to 618 level, you scale a third here, you're scaling a third here, and then you're setting your stop loss at this point, moving your stop loss up. And then you probably would have got caught stop back out here, and it did run a little more. And then it comes all the way back down. And we're to the end of the afternoon, so, and it's closed. SPY is closed at this point, so they gave us two really, really good opportunities. We had an opportunity here to play it to the upside. We have an opportunity here or here to play it to the upside. Both would have made you really good money. This one made me, I think it was around 60, 65%. So I made that good run there. Did not play this. Was a little busy in the afternoon. Should have. Wish I could have seen it, and I would have played that too, but I did not. So don't want to confuse you and say or mislead you and think that I did take a trade here. I did not, but that would have been played out pretty good. Remove those fib levels. We're going to jump ahead to Tuesday now. So we're going to skip all the way through. Had a gap down overnight again. Let's get to that 830 candle. All right, we open. First candle, a lot of indecision there, right? A lot of lower wick, upper wick. So big green, big red, and then we get buyer stepped in. Red again, buyer stepped in again. So in this point, I'm thinking we're in a downtrend, so I'm gonna draw from there to there. I'm gonna run with it. If you would have got in on the 786 when it came back down, look what you got. So it moved from the 409.42. It came all the way back down to the 408.33. So we had a dollar move here. So if you'd have taken in the money put, you would have taken profits here, here, and instead of stop loss, it would have stopped on the same candle. Could have made really good money on one 5-minute candle. I did not take that trade, by the way. And then notice that it just kept dying down. So we're going to move it down because we're following that trend. And look at that, when it came right back up in there again and then died back down. So if you would have got back in on the 409, could have played it all the way back down to 47.88. So you could have got a $1.12 move on that one. Comes down to 47.54, still going. Wow, could have played it all the way down. This is what I'm telling you. All you need is fib levels. You don't need everything else. Follow the trend. Be selective. Keep a tight stop, but follow the trend. Got back in that level again. It gave you a couple opportunities to short from the top to the bottom. You had to take quick scalps. Like I said, still didn't play anything there. And then right there, so notice we broke this 100 level, right? So my trend has changed at this point. My trend is now up. So I'm gonna go to this low, go up to this high, and we're gonna follow this through. And just like a minute ago, we're gonna keep moving it up. Comes back down to the 236, 382, bounces, breaks 382, bounces, bounces. All right, now we need to move our trend up because it's still going up. And this is where, when you're playing fields, be patient. Don't rush anything. Don't rush a trade. Could have made good money here if you would have got it, but it never hit our indicator. So we're trying to get the best risk to reward ratio. If we're not hitting our golden zone, personally, it's not a good risk to reward for me. So I still sit out. Bounce back up. So we're gonna move our trend up with it. Goes up even higher, right? Move our trend up with it. A little more there. So we're steadily going up with it. We're not leaving it there. And you can, what a lot of people do, I typically go with the bottom of the low of the day. You can actually move your bottom up here where this trend started if you want to, and that will get your golden zone closer. It's just, this is my preference here, how I like to play it. Go down. All right, look, we're below the 0.5. So what I'm looking at now, even though we've had all these big bearish candles, I'm still looking for an entry point. Gets down, hits the 618, bounces off the 618, bounces again. A little bounce. We're still at that 618 level. Goes below it. Bounced. Goes back to it. Bounces. Bounces. Look what you're seeing here, though. You're seeing these long lower wicks. In my mind, that's telling me that that buyers are stepping in right here. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable about getting in position here. We are getting later in the day, so you want to be careful if you do take a position here. But then what do you get next? Boom, that big move up. Comes back down, pop back up, and then you start to trend back down again. You come back down that 618 level. So you could have taken a play here, took profits here and here, and then scaled out coming back down, entered back here again, or waited for that candle to enter, and then you get a pop back up. Could have entered here and then waited for this pop. Probably would have stopped out here, or you could enter on this green candle and play it up. But we only have a few minutes left in the afternoon now, so I'm pretty much done for the day at this point. I don't like to trade the last few minutes. I know that a lot of people can make some really, really good money doing that. I don't have the courage to do that yet. I'm still a little nervous when it comes to risking that much money. I mean, I could take some lottos there at that point, I guess, but and then we're closed. So a great opportunity to play it again that day. So we're going to remove these levels. I did not play anything on Wednesday, so we're going to skip through real fast. Let it move through fast with it. I can do it faster than that. So we'll go to, let's clear this out, and then we're just going to go to what we did today on Friday, which we're there anyway. So let's replay this Friday. Still, look, notice no indicators. I don't need indicators. I don't need anything. Anything besides fibs. Fibs is enough to play. If you play it right, you keep your stop loss tight. Fibs are good enough. You don't have to win every. Here's the good thing about playing fibs and playing consistent size. You don't have to win every trade. I think if I'm correct on Trading Wars, if you're doing a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, I think it was 34% is all the win rate you have to be profitable. And then if you're doing any better than that, then that percentage goes down. So if you're 3-to-1, I think it was 24%. So I like those odds. So we're going to go into Friday, and here's what you saw. So I'm going to tell you one thing about Friday. I am never in a hurry to do anything on Friday. But here you got your first, your opening 15-minute orb, which we are trending up. So I'm going to draw my trend line from there to there. and then we're going to play it out. All right, like a minute ago, what do? We kept moving our trend up, right? We're following this trend. Same thing. Still being patient. Hadn't taken a trade. And I'm going to show you, I kind of messed up today, and it worked out. So it doesn't always do that, but when it does, thank the Lord, but it did work out today, and it almost cost me, but I wasn't able to watch it, so I never got my stop loss set. I was actually in the middle of I was working, and I had an employee come in with an emergency, and I had to walk out right then. Didn't have time to set a stop, and I was gone for, I don't know, 30, 40, 45 minutes or so. So when I came back, I was like, holy goodness. But we'll watch it, and I'll show you where I entered and what I could have done differently. Like I said, I'm still being patient. It broke there. It broke below the 786. So I took a trade. I'm going to say it was right around this area here is where I got in at. So that would put my stop down here. I got in the 411 trades on this day. And this is where I'll show you. So I got in the 411. Let's say I got in, I think it was right here. When I came back, we had popped back up. I did glance at my phone once. I saw here, and man, those cons were getting hit pretty hard. So I was a little nervous. But then watch what happens. Boom, we get a pop up. So when I'm able to get back to my phone and see exactly what's going on, or to get back to my laptop, we had these two green candles here. This one here, and then we popped up. So at this point, my cons are in the money. So I'm actually feeling good. I do take profits as soon as I see it on a third. I scale a third out, and then we'll let it play. Pop up. Scale a third here. So now I'm just holding runner. So I'm setting my trailing stop loss. It actually hits on the next candle because I had it tight on a Friday. Fridays, I don't want to hold too long on Fridays. I know that Mondays and Wednesdays you have zero DTEs too, but Friday is just seems to me like a different beast. So I take profit when I can take profit. But we'll watch what happens the rest of the day. This is the only trade I took, by the way. I took this trade and I didn't take anything else. I had to do some driving, so I wasn't going to be able to watch it again, so I didn't do anything else. But I'm going to show you where you had another opportunity to get back in. Below the 0.5, so at this point you should be looking for an entry. And right here would be a great entry point. You get this long lower wick, and then you get that bullish candle. It does pop back down some, but look at it pop back up. Remember, if you enter here, your stop's down here. We hadn't hit that stop yet. So you could have made money so far. It's popped. You got in here. You had a 50-cent swing. So if you're buying in the money cons, these are actually in pretty good shape still. Popped above that, so you take profits there for sure. Look at this trend up. You still hadn't hit your stop down here, right? And you're trending up. So at this point, I would set a trailing stop loss. And probably would have hit around here, to be honest with you, when it came back down. But like I said, I didn't trade that last half. So this last trade would have been a really good one too. But this was good enough for me. I made good money here. What I'll probably do next week, I'm thinking about going into, I don't just trade the Fibonacci levels. If we have a gap up or gap down, I will play a 3-minute orb. So if it opens up outside the high or low of the day before, I will play that 3-minute orb. So whichever way it breaks from that first 3-minute candle, I will buy cons at that. If it breaks above, I'm buying calls. If it breaks below, I'm buying puts. I will keep a stop loss super tight on that one, and I will take profits quick. So it's just a quick scalp play. It's an easy way to start your day if you have that gap up or gap down with some positive momentum going. And anytime you get that first trade out of the way and it's positive, you feel a lot better. So I'll probably go over that in the next video. I did play a few other tickers this week. I played RIBN on Monday, made really good profit on it. I played MU on Tuesday also. Actually messed that one up big time. That was a huge mess up on my part. I got up 50% and got greedy and didn't set a trailer stop, didn't take profit. Well, I took a little profit, but not enough. And then it popped back down, and then I got stuck in those puts. So I should have went on and secured profit and put a trailer stop loss, and I would have had a lot better day. Thank goodness for SPY, because SPY pulled me through that day and had me a green day. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have had a great day. So I'm still learning. I'm still working on myself and my mental game, my mentality, to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do every day. It's easy to get caught up in the gambling, the high of it, and you're like, oh my goodness, it's running, I'm gonna let it go. I'm not setting a stop loss. Here we are. The next thing you know, you look up and you let a really good green trade go red. So my goal is to work on that more this next week and to practice on that mentality of the trading. I'm also probably only going to trade the indices next week. So I'll be looking at SPY, QQQ, IWM. I don't want to get, I think here recently I've been trying to chase other things too at the same time. And I've missed some great opportunities I had to play, especially play SPY. I mean, you look at the week on SPY. I was out Wednesday, but I mean, my gosh, look at this day, Wednesday. If you'd have played the opening orb, just play it to that first pop. Look, we came back down that 786 level, but notice it never closed. That's showing you that buyers are there, right? And look what happens after. Trends up all day. So that would have been a great day to trade it. I was busy with work. We had a hiring function that I couldn't miss. I had to have my whole attention. So anyway, hope this helps. I hope that you're getting something out of these videos. Like I said, I'll make another one next week going over how I play orb, the 3-minute orb off open, and then we'll look at more fib levels. I wanted to show you this one though without any indicators on it, to show you don't have to overcomplicate things. All you need is orb, and you can make good money reading orb and reading the price action, just reading the chart, reading your candles. You can make good money playing. Oh, I'll move it down maybe. But you see, you get these pops started today. Look at that last 5 minutes. If the day went on further, we had a perfect cup and handle for me. So anyway, hope this helps. If you like these videos, please like it, subscribe. I'm in the Bones Discord group. I will answer, if you want to ask me a question there, I'll answer it there. If you want to DM me one off, you can do it there. You can do it here on YouTube. I'm an open book. I think the more I can help people, the better off it is. I want everybody to learn how to do this. I learned this from Trading Wars. I've watched hours and hours and hours and hours of Trading Wars videos, going through the trades as he went through them, to kind of practice how I was doing it. So if I was you, I would watch some of his videos. He's really good. Don't get caught up in the Holy Grail and the Nirvana and all that stuff. Look at his 3-minute orb video and look at his fibs video. They are gold. And if you can master this, you can day trade with the best of them, I believe. I agree with him where I think that algo's stepping up these levels and they're buying it. This is computers buying them. Retail, we're not controlling the price like this. This is all algorithms that are popping in, and I think they're using these orbs these fibs like we are. So, like I said, I've rambled long enough. I've been on for 24 minutes now, so a little long, but I want to show you how we do this, how I do it on a daily basis, and kind of go from there. So, like I said, if you need anything, reach out. Other than that, let's go bank next week and kill it, my friends. Have a good one.